guys, welcome back. I want to put the power brick together and the coin door so that I can put this stuff in the basement today. I got to work on the car all day. It's still kind of early, and I don't want to pull the car outside for a little bit longer because it's just now starting to warm up, and I don't want any sort of dew or anything like that to get on the car because the car's been in the warm shop all night. If I pull it outside where it's kind of cold, it could condensate a little bit, and I'd rather not let that happen. So while I'm waiting for a little bit, I want to get this power brick back together. I'm not 100% liking the color, but it's not horrible, you know. Next time I use it, I'm gonna try it over gold paint and see if that makes a difference. I don't know if it will or not, but it is what it is, you know. You got to try new things. This side looks better than that, but that's okay. It's fine. Nobody's ever going to see it, but still, it's clean. It's not rusty anymore. You know what I mean? So let's see if these stickers will come off, because I kind of really pounded the glue or the paint on here, and I'm afraid that I'm going to screw these stickers up. Yeah, this might not be good. Can't, well, maybe. Yeah, it's not horrible. So the blue painter's tape worked well. Not too bad, really. Okay, so now I need to clean the hardware because a lot of it's rusty. And this stuff I should probably clean up a little bit too. Like this. That doesn't look good. Those two parts do not look good. Maybe we'll just clean them up and shoot them with a little silver paint. Tape stuck on my hand. These locks are garbage. Somebody wedged a key in there permanently. Get these out of the way. The harness can get cleaned off today too. Can get that done. So this is our hardware for our power brick. And we're gonna wire wheel it. And I think I'm gonna put a little bit of clear coat on it. Now look at this thing. How nasty that looks. We're gonna wire wheel this to make it look good. I'm gonna reuse these fuses. I'm sick of throwing them away. I mean, they're not bad. I'm just going to wire wheel the metal, clean up the fuse. I mean, why throw it away if it's still good? What does this say? Light fuse. I never saw one that had writing on it before. Huh. They've always been just black to me, but... so let's go over to the wire wheel and clean this stuff up. I'm gonna grab my glasses. Stupid coffee is way too hot still. I've been drinking 1 cup of mushroom coffee a day in the morning, and it's definitely been helping me lose some weight. I'm trying to lose some weight, and I think I've lost probably 10 pounds in a couple months, which is pretty good considering that's all I've done is that. And it kind of curves my appetite. I really don't eat now until like noon, so I go like 12 hours without eating, which also helps you lose weight. So, all right, let's go. These washers look all right. Obviously, if something looks good, I'm not going to clean it. So we're going to go through these and look at them. If they look good, we'll leave them alone. Actually, this is for the Big Blue. Yes, you can replace the hardware with new, but why? We don't really have that much to clean, really. Might not even need to wire wheel these couple pieces. All right, let's go over there and get these a little bit done. Gotta move this extension cord because I can see that ending in a disaster. All right. My wire wheel's almost shot. All right, let's start putting this bad boy back together here. Start with the biggest piece. This monstrosity. Oops, dropped the wire. What do we got going on here? Oh. You know what I forgot to clean is the bottom plate. There's a metal plate that goes on the bottom of these that go in the cabinet. And I know that this one I think is pretty rusty. So I'll have to just clean that up off camera. I don't know. I'll look at it. Maybe we'll try the gold paint again. This up here is not far off from what that looks like inside. So you know what? This nut right here doesn't look the greatest. I'm going to put it on the inside. Save the nicer looking ones for the outside. Oh. Maybe it's a different thread. I don't think so. Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, it looks like, I don't know. That one fit. I think it's got some rust in it inside the threads. Or somebody cross-threaded it at some point which is a very good possibility. It's definitely going on crooked. It's got to be cross-threaded. See if I can fix it. It's definitely the right nut. I'll have to grab another one for underneath here because I want to save those nice looking ones. All right, I just grabbed the new one for this one. Take a Scotch brake pad, you can clean the dirt off these plugs. Fuse holder goes right there. This guy goes right here, which means this goes through here. Why doesn't it want to fit? Does it not go through there? Oh wait, does this go over here? Yep. That goes there. That's the plug to come into the game from the wall. See, you can't, it's kind of hard to screw it up as far as where the plugs go because they only fit in certain slots. Okay, this guy goes there. Fuse holder. Clean that up. See how it's kind of dirty and dingy? It had a plastic washer. It just disintegrated. Looks better. Now this only goes in one way. There's a flat spot on here. Keeps it from spinning when you're putting the nut on. And once again, there's a flat spot on the nut, and that goes on a certain way too, so that you can get it past the terminals. You don't have to tighten it super tight. I don't tighten them real tight because I'm afraid that the plastic's going to break. Then you can bend your prong back out. 2 prongs. And it doesn't matter which direction these wires go. Whichever way they fit better, it doesn't matter. Three. A line filter is reinstalled. That's what that is, if anybody wants to know. All right, now we got this guy. And somebody did inform me that this is to switch voltages from 100, 120, or 220 or 240. So by changing the pin out on that, changes it from a game that would be in the US to a game that would be in a different country that uses 220 or 240, whatever they have. I mean, technically, I wonder if you can use a 240 in the United States. But I don't know. I think it might be different. Because 240 in the US has 2 powers and a neutral and a ground. So I'm going to say probably not. Why is this damn one so tight? I had a hard time getting it out too. This can go in either of those 2 slots up there. Just put it on that one. There's our fuse holder right there. Or not a fuse holder, or terminals. Don't know why they put those there. Man, I got something going on in my left shoulder. I don't know if I have a bone spur hitting on a nerve, but I tell you what, man, it's fucking miserable. And I am not going to the doctor right now because I don't want to have any more surgeries right now. I'm good. Just deal with it for a little bit and see what happens. Maybe it'll go away. Probably not, but wishful thinking. Okay, now we have our bridge rectifier. That goes right there. And is this, yeah, this is used as a ground terminal as well. Trying to think here. Is this my ground terminal? No, yes, no. I don't know, guys. I'm actually stumped. I don't think that's where my ground goes. So if that's the case, this goes this way. And I got to spin it like this. These two are for the capacitor. These two hold down the fuse holder. This is the, holds the clamp on. These hold that clamp to the thing, but I'm missing one. I didn't lose anything. Nothing moved from last night, so there's one short one that maybe it have, or I know what it is. I know what it is. Pretty sure these two are long, and that's where my ground goes. It's the same size threaded bolt. But these two long ones go over here, and then the top of this is used for the ground wires to attach. That go into the cabinet wiring harness. That's it. Then that gives me 3 short ones for that ring for the big blue capacitor. We don't need to look at no pictures. But we do need to ground these 2 wires to that other wire or other screw. Make sure they're not touching that terminal. I know that it probably wouldn't do anything, but why let it touch if it doesn't need to? All right, now we have this orange wire here goes to one side. Then it goes to the positive side of the big blue. And then we have another one that should be floating around right here. This one goes to, oh, you know what? I think I put that one on the wrong one. I think I put that one on the wrong one. Now I might have to look at pictures, because I don't think that's right. That goes out to the fuse holder. I think. This goes here. I know that. Is there another wire that's that terminal? Yep, right here. Okay. I almost screwed up. I'd have figured it out either way. You could actually tell how these things were bent. The wires kind of just fall right back in place. Some people think I'm nuts for cleaning this stuff like this. You know, the whole power supply. I don't know. Why not? I'm here. Now this yellow wire goes next to the other one. Just fixing it because I had bent it a little bit yesterday. Being lazy, trying to use a pick tool to get it out because I didn't want to walk up to the house, which turned out that I had to walk up to the house. Go in your home. Don't you want to go home? Why are those spread out so wide? I had a hell of a time getting it out. What the hell's up with this one? They're usually not this hard to get in and out. Might have to just, I might have to put a new end on it. I'll have to get a new one. I'll have to go up to the house, grab a new one. This bad boy goes up to the fuse holder. These ones go up to the fuse holder. Come on. Okay. Might have to pull them through a little more still, I'm not sure. Somebody replace this capacitor. It looks too clean. Okay, positive is orange. looking a little better now. Stupid flathead. You want to push that up kind of high to keep the terminals away from the bottom piece of metal. And when you clamp it, leave one of the 3 screws loose that hold this ring to the base. Leave one of them loose because it makes it slide. And then you tighten it, and then you have a nice firm tightened clamp. So we got some really nasty dirty wires here, so I'm just going to kind of clean them off. I used to use like soap and stuff and water, but to be honest with you, the Scotch-Brite pad works pretty good. And the top of this I didn't realize was rusty, so we're going to touch that up. I'll have to blow this off. I'm actually going to take this over on the wire wheel and clean the terminals with the wire wheel so that they're nice and clean. Get rid of any oxidation on the metal. Now the cool thing is on this side, they're all in order still. It went yellow, red, red, regular orange, and then orange and white was the top one. Now, we have 2 orange and whites. Clearly the shorter one goes on this side. And the longer one goes on the other. But it doesn't matter. As long as there's a fuse between the wire, it does not matter. Okay, now we got these guys here, which we have yellow. I like to turn the plugs so they're all going the same direction. Okay, now we got to see if I can read these fuses. 4 amp. 4 amp. 20 amp. 4 and a 4. This one in here should be a 7 amp, and it's very clean. 7 amp. So all the fuse values are correct. I don't know why my neighbor's dog goes in their building next door and then just starts barking. So the underside looks better than the top side, so we're just going to flip it. Just bend it the opposite way. So all this needs is, oh, these go over here. All this needs is that yellow wire reconnected. I think I'm just gonna do it in the house. I'm actually, oh, and I gotta touch up that paint. But I think what I'm gonna do is just put a little tag on here saying to hook up the yellow wire so I don't forget. So that goes there. And then we have these 2 washers. Then we have this guy. And we've successfully put this guy back together without looking at any pictures. See if we can just lightly tape this off and just lightly shoot it with some black. Not going to go crazy with it. All right, guys. Look at that. Don't look too bad, really. That spray paint's not horrible. Now that's all together. So next, I'm going to do the coin door. I'm going to write yellow wire. Now I'll know to hook that up. All right, I want to take these couple pieces off that look like crap and touch up the paint. And then I think I'm going to run and see if I can get some of these screws for the door. I think they are number 4, 40 thread, but I'm not positive, but I think they are. So basically, these look like shit. Holy crap, look at the rust on that. How the hell am I gonna get that screw off? Wow, that's bad. I might have to try to cut a slit and use a flathead screwdriver. That's really bad. Need a smaller flathead. Probably gonna swap out these coin mechs. I have a nicer set. These ones are kind of, that one's not too bad. This one's got some pretty good rust going on. Trying to carefully get that light bulb socket off of there. The light bulb's definitely burned out. The socket's corroded onto the metal. Oh boy. Those are like a regular screw. know what? Actually, can I take that off? I don't think so. Yeah, I can. Then I don't have to unplug it. Shit. Oh. These don't want to come off either. Gotta love rust. Every single screw on this coin door is stripped out. Somebody tried to take this thing apart and just effed it all up. I mean, look at that. It's completely freaking rounded. I have to get new screws for this too. Coin door is turning into quite the project. So I'll leave this together. Where the hell did that just fall from? Oh. Yeah, I guess I could take it apart. Where the hell did that come from? Was it just sitting in there? I mean, they look identical. What the hell? What am I missing here? Very odd. I don't know where that came from. No idea yet. Oh, there it is. It goes in here, like this. Those pieces look good. I'm just going to wire wheel the rust and then spray paint them up a little bit. This might be a little hard to put back together. Really opening myself up to a can of worms now. What did I get myself into? Oh boy, me and my dumb ideas. those 2 coin returns, those little buckets, I got to figure out how to get in there and get the rust off of them. There's rust inside of it. Not giving up on this paint yet. Got a wire wheel. Look how bad that is. Water must have just sat in there. I got a wire wheel on my drill. A million times better. Well, mail's here. Dogs freak out of the mail truck. Well, much better than having rust on them. And look, it's actually working, guys. That was silver before. Just got to put it on a little bit heavier. And several coats. There's going to be some dark spots, and that's just discoloration in the metal. Not really much you can do about that unless you were to sandblast them completely down. Which, that I'm not worried about. I'm more worried about the rust. But I don't know. That's looking pretty good. Pretty freaking good, actually. I'm going to run up to Lowe's while those dry for a little bit. Got to get some, see if I can find some screws. Got them in my pocket here. Need some of these guys. Some of these for the coin door. And I'm going to see if I can get these because these are pretty freaking corroded. And I might just replace those. So I'm going to Lowe's now to take care of that and let this stuff dry for a little bit. Now I'm getting ready to leave for Lowe's. I wanted to put one more coat on it, but look at this, guys. It actually works. So you have to go over bare metal. You have to do several medium thickness coats, and it'll look just like anodized. So now I'm gonna let this dry, come back, flip them over, get a coat on the other side. I'm just gonna do that off camera. I mean, I'm not gonna keep videoing me spraying these parts, but look at them. They look pretty good. Yeah, you're going to have stuff like that. If you can polish some of the darkness out of the metal, that's your best bet. That'll give you the best possible looking finish when you're done. All right, I got back from Lowe's. I'll show you what I got, and these are dry. Look at how nice these actually look. I mean, yeah, I had to, clean some of the rust off there, but all in all, though, look at that. So that worked out well. So these are all coated now and they won't rust again. Like I said, if you spend a bunch of time and try to polish out all that darkness, it would definitely look pretty damn good. So let me show you what I found at Lowe's, and I'm going to show you the sizes of the screws. All right, well, let me see what I can come up with, see if I can't figure it out. If not, like I said, I'll have to look at another one. Just beat it in there. All right, that's in. So this, I'd imagine the swoop goes the same way as that one. I don't frickin' know. That goes like that, hangs on there. Okay. So that goes like that. That looks legitimate. Where these guys go, I don't really understand what the hell they're for. Don't know about those yet. And then we have this guy, goes up here. That. I think that's the right way. Could be upside down. I think I'm upside down. I'm gonna leave that like that for now. This is an upper. Still not convinced that they're the same, but they are. No, they're not. Are they? Yeah, they're identical. I wouldn't think they would make a right and a left. I think it'd both be the same. So I know that this goes like that. Oh, that's it, right here. That goes in like this. All right, other than these two, everything I got figured out, I believe. See, I don't know that that's right. No, it's got to be right. It's across from each other. Okay. Guess I'll grab the coin door. I'll just use this bag. Actually, I think I have a... No, this will work. Long video, but it's probably good to show how this stuff goes back together. In case somebody doesn't know, I mean, you buy a game and it's torn apart, you're obviously not going to know. Probably should have grabbed this size screw. I wonder if it's bigger. You know what? They might be the same as the coin door. I think they're the same screws for the mechanisms as the hinge. I'm not positive yet. I'm gonna need a smaller Phillips screwdriver. Yeah, they are. So these are all 3mm screws. What an odd size. You know, I'm not a big millimeter guy because I work on old cars and I'm putting this together without the button inside. So millimeters to me is a little off. It's not my cup of tea. So these are actually pretty damn nice. I'm just gonna wipe them up. Thought I was gonna have to polish them all up and everything, but I don't think so. It looks like somebody already did it at one point because there's a bunch of compound around them. You know what? I can make them look better. I can make them look better. I'm gonna go grab the buffer. If you look here closely, I don't know if you can see it or not, but see how it's kind of, okay, there. See that? All that scratching? Let's see if we can buff that out. This is just rubbing compound for cars. I don't think I turned my air compressor on. Sure didn't. I'm going to show you a before and after. Wipe this off. See if we can do a comparison here. Can we get it in the light? Before, see that? See how much shinier it is? Still has some scratching in it, but look at the shininess. See? It actually looks really good in person. The camera actually makes it look worse. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one off camera, and then we're gonna keep putting this together. Oh boy, where did I put my springs? Too many parts and pieces everywhere. Now, here's one spring. I am missing a spring, which I'm about 99% sure it was here. But then again, maybe it wasn't. I don't, oh, here it is. I was like, yeah, I thought I had it. All right. Now that we have that in there, we can stick this on. Come on, baby. That one must have a broken threads on it. Yep, and that happens quite often. Not really much you can do about it, because you really can't rethread that shit. I tried, and the cast that it's made out of literally just crumbles. That one tightened. This one just must be broken. That sucks. Look how nice that looks though. Okay, now we gotta put the bottom part in. So that goes that way. Then you have your flapper. Now your flapper only goes one way. All right, it goes in like this. These two prongs go to the back side. And it sits right in here. And I'm putting it in upside down. Big dummy. Sits just like that. Yeah. Happens. Good thing I bought 4 packages of these because I didn't realize that they were the same size for the coin mechs as they were for the hinges. I mean, I'm not going to go through a lot, but just knowing that. Okay. I gotta clean this up. This is nasty looking. Unfortunately, what sucks is dirt gets inside that tube and you can't get it out. The only way to get the tube off is to take all the wires off the harness, off the plug end. This way. This goes in here. This way. I wonder if I had that on backwards. I think so. I think this goes the opposite way. Now that Duplicolor green gold stuff that I sprayed on here, they sell it in blue, gold, silver, purple. I know those colors for sure. So it'd probably be pretty nice to do silver parts like that as well. This is a pain in the ass. This side, there it is. Could have went with one size smaller length. Could have went with 3/4. This is 1 inch. But it's fine. Definitely not going to hurt anything. So the only two things I have not figured out is these stupid things. Just don't know what they are. Just doesn't make any sense. Or does it? Found it. They slide in there. Just like this. Of course, this is in the way. I'll have to disconnect that. They keep the coin from getting stuck, looks like. So they slide right in here like this, and this little flapper directs the coin. I knew where it went the whole time. I was just messing with you guys. Just kidding. Okay. Stick this in. Like that. No, did I grab the wrong ones? Thought these ones are the right size. Nope, some bitch. Now I gotta go back in the house. Actually, I can grab 4 nuts like this that are 4 of these size. That's fine. And I'll put these in my drawer. I'll get those in a few minutes. Oh, shit. No, I think I can get to it. I don't know. I can get to this one. Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, smaller screwdriver. I'm going to grab a smaller screwdriver, and I don't know if I want different coin mechs or those different screws yet. I kind of want to put these screws back in. I'll take it in there and see what I have. All right, I went in the basement, and I only had one that actually fit these in there, and it's a company called Coin Controls. So I grabbed these ones, which is the ones I had, and I have these other little guys, and these fit into there. So I'm going to put this one back in. Hopefully they're long enough. Barely. Oh, geez. That one might not be long enough. Or the damn thing is stripped out. Ay, ay, ay. Whoever had this game was a complete dumbass. This thing is bent, which is causing the mechanism not to go up as high. I wonder what size those threads are. Maybe they're the number 3 or the 3mm. Probably. Come on. Look at that. They're a 3mm. I'll just put those in. Screw it. Because that one was barely catching anyways, and that's nobody's fault but the thickness of the metal. And I've officially lost that somewhere. Find that in a minute. I did forget light bulbs. Well, these are those ones. I might actually have these ones out here. I wonder what number they are. .3 volt. 259. Seems weird. I can barely hold my damn shoulder up. It's gonna fall off. $259. So this goes here. And that gets the regular Phillips screws. These guys. This has got to be a boring video. I might have to go back in the basement anyways for some other parts that I need. Okay, that's together. This will slide in there once I get a bulb. Those two will slide in there. This little notch here on that bracket goes in this hole right here. Look at that, one package so far I've used of those 3mm. sure a lot of people are like, why are you wasting your time hooking up all the coin mechanisms and everything, making them work? Because that's just what I do. I try to leave no stone unturned. Okay. Those are tight. All right, I gotta go see if I have any 256 bulbs or something equivalent to that. That is a 6.3 bulb. What else do I need? Not worried about coin locks yet. So I need 2 bulbs. I don't know. See if everything works so far. Yep. Beautiful. Can't think of if there was something else I needed. I'm sure there is, and I'm going to walk up there and have to walk back again. Oh, yeah, I do need something else. I need those 2 pieces that go on here and here for the zip ties. So I need 2 of those, which are going to be a bitch to get to, and I need 256 bulbs or something equivalent. Okay, I went in the house, I grabbed these. I only have them in black. I should have just left the old ones on there and spray painted them. But anyways, these are not the right bulbs. 256 bulbs are 12 to 14 volt bulbs. So I'm putting 2 555s in there, which are 6 volt bulbs, because that's only 6.3 volt. And in all reality, if you put the meter on it, it might not even be 6.3. It might be more towards 6 volts. So we're going to put 555s in here. I run regular bulbs in these. I don't put LEDs in them. Sometimes the LEDs are a bit bright, depending. Okay, this is done. So this is all back together, ready to get bolted onto the frame. I'm going to bolt this on the frame off camera because I've spent a lot of time so far on this stupid stuff. But this is what it takes, guys. This is the amount of time that it takes to get this stuff done. And what I'll do is I'll get that bolted on the frame and everything, and then I'll show it to you guys. Because obviously you don't need to see me bolt the 2 doors onto the frame. Nothing has to get done to the bottom door. I guess, yeah, I should have just painted the original ones. I have white ones, but they're bigger in size. These are the exact size of what was on there. Got to put them at the angle they had them at. All willy-nilly. clean up this nut. There's a little bit of rust on it. I'll probably just shoot a little bit of silver on it afterwards. I wire wheeled the rust off and put a little bit of silver on it. Went to Lowe's, forgot to buy more silver paint. Actually, these have rust on them. This might be a good time to try the silver anodized on those. So now we need... Now I have a bunch of extra hardware because I didn't obviously use a lot of the old hardware. Now I have to determine what is what. Like, I don't remember what held the switch in. Must have had a nut. There's no way. Oh, you know what? I think it was. Somebody put these big guys in there. I forgot about that. Yep, somebody had put these two big boys in there. So I'm gonna have to find something different for that. Volume knob. That goes there with the ground. Oh yeah, we got the coin reader. Now I gotta go find some big threaded screws that aren't completely rusted out. Let me see if these ones will fit. If not, I might have to use a nut and bolt. They're a little long, but I really don't care about that. Nobody's ever gonna see it, and nobody's ever gonna be back there to screw with it anyways. These screws that they put in here, these real big ones, these are in case the game gets taken away in a tornado. Your switch doesn't get ripped out of the game. That's the whole reason. why they put such big screws in there. I don't know. Somebody had this game apart at some point, and I don't know what the hell they did, but they just have like random hardware here and there. When I can, I try to line the screws up. Now I gotta get the meter. With my whole 8 plays, this game is so rare, it's only been played 8 times. This thing brought in $2 since it was new. Oh, need my plastic lens. Don't want to forget that. That slides in here first, like that. Slide that guy over. Bend the tabs over. Just like so. Get my 8 plays lined up here. I wonder which one it was on. Put it on that one. Will these little guys work? Probably not. Actually, they might. All right, that's back together. Doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna mount it to the box, and then I'm gonna do the coin door off camera, and then I gotta clean up the harness. Now these screws are different. They have a flat bottom. They don't have a sharp point, so that if you're sticking your hand in there, you don't scratch your back of your hand or anything. right. Now I'm gonna get the coin door put together. All right, that is together. It looks awesome. Even on the inside doesn't look bad. I'll just flip the whole thing around. But not bad at all. So I have that together. The doors are swinging open and closed better. This is together. We're gonna go ahead and clean up this harness. And then there's the bottom plate for the power brick. I gotta clean that up. I'm just gonna do that off camera. I'm probably just gonna paint that gold or something. No big deal. But let's look at this wiring harness real quick here. It's been soaking overnight. I'm gonna grab a paintbrush. So basically I'm just scrubbing the dirt off. There's really not a lot to these wiring harnesses. These ones don't have a lot of wires in them. Not like a MCR game. So let me show you here. If you see here, see how that's all dirty? See that? Once it's been soaking overnight, and you take a paintbrush to it, look at the difference. See that white wire now versus the white wire over here? See all that dirt on that? Just comes right off. So I'm gonna sit here and scrub this, and then I'm gonna rinse it off and hang it to dry. I'll show you what it looks like after I get done rinsing it off. But you want to get the simple green off of it. So I'll be back. All right, I have it hanging on the back of the van here, dripping dry. But look at the difference. Look at this. How nice that looks. Not brand new looking, but it's pretty nice for 40-some-year-old harness. All right, guys, that's going to end part 5. A very long video, but everything is ready to go on the cabinet. And really shouldn't take a long time to get everything plugged in and the game fired up. So hopefully we're going to have Space Duel done this weekend. That's my goal. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys later. Have a good night.